Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Korea is buzzing about BTS's return. Here's what media is saying.
Armies talking about BTS comeback was new, right? But it turns out that, all over X, fans were sharing screenshots of Korean media articles hyping up BTS return. Multiple outlets ran stories expressing excitement over BTS finally
It's going to
reuniting.
be very interesting, at least for me, to have all of them out because I'm now will be aware of them being out.
Yeah, we did never we started reacting after they already were in the well, at least some members were in the military, so yeah.
And
So
the coverage is going to be very interesting to
mm-hmm.
hear.
After military service. And as someone who's been counting down the days, just like the rest of you, I have to take a closer look to see if there's anything new. Turns out that there's nothing groundbreaking, same old. But it's interesting that how, like on a single day, multiple articles talk about the same thing in a similar manner are running across various.
Well, I don't know how the media works in Korea, but here in the States, basically all the news they get it from AP. Associated Press publishes one article, and all the news sources they basically take that article, add or subtract.
I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, because whenever you do like a news article, it's always source AP because AP is like the main one. They publish it on all the news channels, then take it from the AP and they write it their own in their
How
own
come they
words.
have like the privilege to cover it? Like,
AP,
mm-hmm.
AP is just that girl.
Ooh, to be that
Media platforms.
girl.
So here's a full summary
No,
of what the
I don't know why it's like that. I can't tell you why, but it's just like if you ever notice, like if when
Mm-hmm.
they show you source, the source is basically always Associated Press.
Korean press is saying and what we know so far and what we can realistically expect from BTS in the months ahead. So here we go. BTS began their military service journey in December 2022, starting with the oldest member, Jin. Since then, the members have enlisted one by one. Now, Jin and J-Hope have already completed their service, and in just a couple of weeks, on June 10th and 11th, RM, V, Jungkook, and Jimin will be discharged. Suga will follow on June
Oh,
21st. All right.
what? I wonder why the date, like 10th and 11th, why one day longer? Hmm.
Mm.
Fact. During their military hiatus, BTS
Maybe to
stayed
not
connected
cause too much commotion. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of commotion.
with fans through solo projects that had been prepared in advance. Jimin's Jimin's Who came out during his service, but still
Like,
managed to chart on the Billboard Hot 100 for 33 weeks, the longest run for any K-pop track. And this is purely amazing. I love the track, Who.
is it still there? Who is my heart waiting
It's
for?
no longer there, but honestly, this is suspicious to me because we react to the charts every week. The fall off of this is suspicious because they literally he was about like oscillating from 30 to 50 spots, like basically every week, the whole last year. Well, the whole last year since July or August, whenever we started reacting.
Mm-hmm.
He hit the 33 weeks. The next week he fell off to 80. The week after he's off the list.
I wonder what happened.
To me, this is just basically his fans, maybe Army, maybe his solo fans. They just wanted to hit this milestone, and like, so to me, they didn't listen because they liked the song. They listened because they wanted to hit this milestone, and then fuck it, I no longer like the song. It's just the whole
How
thing was
long was
suspicious.
Apate? How long it's been there? Is it gonna break this record?
Apathy dropped in October, so I don't.
Do you think would it be then the army or his
Uh,
fans will try to compete
I
to make
don't
sure he
know.
holds
I don't.
this position?
I can't answer that if Apathy is gonna break this or not.
Because it's still there.
It's still there, but Morgan Wallen just dropped. So we'll see today. Morgan Wallen gonna kick a lot of people off the list. But
Okay.
anyway,
I feel like it's been a long time.
the point I'm making is that.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, 33 weeks when we do Apathy today, we'll check out how many
Mm-hmm,
weeks it's
mm-hmm,
been.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But it's just, what's suspicious is the fall of how on the 35th week is no longer on the list. Like the
You
52,
said 33 weeks or 30?
33 weeks he made it. 34th week it fell hard. It fell like 50 spots, and then
Oh.
35th week it was off the list. So
Oh.
the if it hit 52 weeks, they removed the songs after 25, I think, or after 50,
Mm-hmm,
whatever. They
mm-hmm.
the way they calculated this.
Yeah.
So that would be okay, natural fall of no issues. It's just how on the 35th week, in the 2 weeks, people just stopped, like noticeably stopped listening to the song. Something is fishy. But anyway,
Yeah, such a great track. RM's Lost music video, also released while he was serving, won multiple international awards, including at the Shark Music Video Awards and the Sisloped Festival, proving the group's influence never really faded. Still, it's been a while since we saw all 7 members perform together. Their last full group album was the anthology Proof, released in June 2022. The most recent concert was yet to come in Busan, held in October 2022. So naturally, with everyone completing service and returning soon, the excitement for a group comeback is hitting a fever pitch. There's also speculation about a surprise event for fans who waited patiently during the military hiatus. With
I prefer how the other channel does it, that it translates this and put it the English on the screen, because this, like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Jin kicking off a solo world tour in June, and other members wrapping up their service around the same time, fans are expecting a special full group live stream on Weverse. After that, a new album and a world tour, possibly starting as early as next year, as early as early next year, are said to be in the works. I mean, this is what this particular journalist, believes. Because, here's the next part. Hybe, the group's agency, has already hinted multiple times that they are preparing content for a group comeback. They have confirmed that BTS will resume activities and hold concerts once everyone is back. That said, they are being cautious about the timing, as they want the new album to meet high expectations. Hybe CEO Lee Jae-sang said during the March shareholder meeting, once BTS members finish their service and return, they will need time to prepare for activities. We are already in discussions with top-tier producers, but the members also need time to reflect and get ready.
Of course.
In short, it's going to take a bit of time to craft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very much common sense.
No-brainer.
Yeah, they have to take like 2 months off at least, just to vacate, like to rest. Military service, I don't think it's easy.
First
I
to
don't-
decompress from the military service, and then you can bond with his families and his friends and his colleagues. It's gonna be a lot of steps.
Something worthy of all the anticipation. And yes, this is what I have talked about back in March when I actually attended the shareholder meeting, right? So to me, what these articles say is nothing new, because as a lot of ARMY said, we only trust what BTS members themselves said or the official announcements made by Hybe or Big Hit, right? Factoring in their return and the time needed for production, the new album is likely to come out late this year at the earliest, possibly even next spring if it takes longer. Okay. The BTS members themselves have been sharing their excitement about reuniting. RM said, "I have a lot to say through music and words." A month ahead of its discharge, Jungkook told fans, "See you soon," which instantly went viral. Meanwhile, Jin has been making appearances on variety shows, raising hype for the group's comeback. And now, here are some quotes from the so-called analysts and experts. BTS return is shaping up to be a massive event, not just for fans, but also for Hybe and the K-pop industry. While Hybe has reduced
I think so, because K-pop industry been on the downhill. I think everybody in K-pop, not just ARMY, but like everybody, hopes that as this year, BTS and Blackpink come back, they kind of bring up K-pop again, because K-pop been on the downturn. So, it's a lot on their shoulders. Because the idea is, oh, if BTS, they drop new music, they, go to American shows, win awards, whatever, people gonna go deeper into K-pop to, other groups.
used its dependency on BTS by expanding its artist lineup through its multi-label strategy. BTS still sits at the top in terms of revenue. According to analyst Kim Min-young from Medics
What I'm
Security.
curious is, I want to see what's gonna be the attitude of the media towards BTS. Is it gonna be positive or is it gonna be negative?
Why
very
would it be
critical?
negative?
Like earlier on,
What's negative there's to
cause
say about them?
no, because when they discuss and say BTS made K-pop, we get a lot of like articles
I
that
paved
say,
the way.
oh no, they there's other people before them, da, 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 da. A lot of this commotion. So I'm curious to see, especially now with the dynamic of understanding the label stance, like to see that in the media with the group returning together. and creating a buzz again for K-pop, because people will have to argue and say, well, Blackpink, the girls, they each dropped their own album, and they did some sort of, something for the K-pop world. And then we had other groups too as well who were performing on the stage of Coachella, which is a big stage, Lollapalooza, who went to award shows. They probably would have something to say, saying, well, they also held up K-pop too. So
Not really, because K-pop is still on downhill, no matter what the others did.
What do you mean downhill? Like,
The streaming numbers is not the same. The YouTube views is not the same. Across the board for everybody. Just K-pop as in the industry is down.
So you think when they return, they're either gonna push?
Well, the people's hope is that yes, the BTS when they returns, they kind of bring up the whole industry with them.
Hype is set for strong momentum this year. Between BTS full group comeback, the growth of newer and localized artists, and the launch of new IP, we expect consolidated operating profit to rise 43.4% this year to 265.1 billion Korean won. A source in the music industry added, since BTS, no other K-pop act has topped the Billboard Hot 100. Only BTS, Jimin, and Jungkook have ever done it. The members' solo careers have kept the brand alive and strong. If they regroup and resume activities
he never.
now,
He says Jungkook, BTS,
But
Jimin,
how many?
How many songs Jungkook has? I don't know.
No, like how many weeks? I'm curious.
Oh, I don't know.
The Jimin has the highest.
Jimin has the longest.
The longest?
Yeah.
Probably when they regroup and resume activities now. Not only is another Billboard #1 likely, they might even finally win that long-awaited Grammy. We'll have to see about that. Lee Ji-young, a professor.
Yeah, Grammy is it's a tall task. Yeah.
They still don't have one, right? Even Jungkook.
Well, you gotta keep in mind that Grammy's a little politics too. So for them to get it, not being Americans, I don't know. It's an uphill battle.
Have any of our internationals received? Maybe Karol G?
Well, Bruno Mars has a lot of Grammys. He's Filipino, but he's kind of in the mainstream American industry. So it's
Do you think this turnaround maybe is possible?
it depends what they drop. I have no idea. I can't tell you how.
I feel like they put in their work.
No,
Maybe around
yeah,
this turnaround.
the work they will put in, but how successful it is, you can't predict that. Like obviously within the army, it's going to be successful, but the key is it gonna go mainstream?
You know what I always wonder, when they already drop good stuff, if there's more to squeeze, like if there's more to give.
That's always yeah. 'Cause how do you know this wasn't the last best album?
Yeah.
Because at some point you gotta peak, right? After everybody's career, and this is
Like
not like a
Katy
diss to
Perry.
nobody. Everybody, Eminem peaked, Lil Wayne peaked, everybody peaked, Nicki peaked. Everybody has like at that turn that that was the best project, and projects after that are downhill. Has BTS had their best project, or will it be after? We don't know. We will see.
Professor at Hangul University's Semiosis Research Center commented, each member has grown musically through solo work. When they come together again, the depth and maturity of their music will be incomparable to before. Their messages, shaped by their military experiences, are likely to resonate more deeply than ever. Choi Gang-ho, Secretary General of the Korea Music Content Association, said BTS has been unrivaled in performance, both as a group and solo. The industry has been waiting for their return. K-pop has gone through a tough period due to the global economic downturn. BTS comeback.
Right, they are attributing the the sales lower for K-pop because of the economic times, and it could be people has less disposable income, so it's very plausible to assume that. But yeah, I don't know. They're hoping that once BTS comes out, all of a sudden people are gonna have more money. I don't know.
Where's this money gonna come from?
I don't know, but that's the idea.
If anything, they're gonna pick and choose who to support. This may cause more commotion.
I don't know. That's what
and
people are hoping
hatred.
for.
Honestly,
I don't know.
Could be the push the industry.
Because if the reason why K-pop is on the downhill is the money is not gonna happen, especially not with Trump's policies. Now, I don't believe it's the money. I believe that people are finally seeing K-pop for garbage that it is for the most part, so people just stop supporting it. There's some gems, diamonds in the rough, but a lot of it is garbage.
You know what I'm nervous for? The dynamic pricing. those prices. People
Oh,
who
for the
gonna
tickets?
see, yeah, who wanna see
Army's gonna sell out.
the
It's
first
gonna,
few
yeah.
performances is gonna go
No, BTS
crazy.
is gonna sell out. I'm not even worried
Yeah,
about
but
that.
like for how much? Like these
They're
tickets
gonna
gonna go
pay. Yeah,
insane.
it will, but
And then the
people
others
will
will
pay.
watch and be like, let's charge this amount too.
Treat.
Charge what amount? They can't even sell shit. You saw the
No,
SM
but if
Town
you
in
see,
Mexico. It was empty arena.
I don't know. Oof.
Now, with all members now in their 30s, except for youngest member Mangne Jungkook, who's 28, the global spotlight is now fixed on what BTS' second chapter will bring. So yeah, I mean the puzzle pieces are really starting to come together. Members are coming back one by one. Jin's about to kick off a solo world tour, like fan meeting / world tour, and J-Hope is coming back to Seoul to have an encore concert. And we have BTS Festa coming up, right? And Weverse is likely to be the stage for something
We'll be
big
getting the
before
announcements, so we
BTS
kind
members
of
hit
have
the
an idea that there's dates set aside.
Yeah, I believe you guys said that June is BTS month. It's like the BTS
Yeah.
anniversary and Army anniversary, so it is gonna be like the BTS fest, and which to me is kind of
Too early.
too early. The guys just come
Too
out.
soon.
Let them breathe. But
Probably
road
they
again
do something
as
special, but I don't
seven,
think it's gonna be
doing
big.
official combat activities. So whether it's a surprise live, a new album, or a full-blown world tour, BTS is gearing up for a comeback that isn't just about music, but it's about making history again. Now, that being said, I cannot imagine the amount of pressure that these
oh yeah,
members must be feeling. I mean, of course,
definitely.
I'm pretty sure they are excited as hell. That's what all the, you know, guys feel right before they get discharged from the military. But at the same time, guys do feel nervous about what the future holds after they get discharged. And for BTS members, it seems like the whole industry is gonna watch them, like waiting for their next moves. So
Yeah.
the pressure
Yeah.
and the excitement.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be a lot of coverage.
there's definitely gonna the whole industry gonna see what they're doing. There, absolutely. This is very big.
It's gonna set the tone.
Yeah, it's gonna set the tone. Absolutely.
And nervousness they must be feeling is beyond my imagination. So, as we have already mentioned before, I hope that we all realize that this is a long-term game. Staying healthy and sustainable is the most important part. And I just wanted to say that because today I uploaded a shorts, right, about Jin having an interview in Japan, a special interview, where he said the interviewer asked him about how he feels about BTS comeback, and he said that he feels both excited and also nervous. Why? Because he has been doing all kinds of activities non-stop since his discharge, right? And now he kind of feels like he would like to take some break. But now that BTS members are coming back, he's gotta do things with them all together. Now that's gonna be super fun and exciting as well.
Well, I think he's gonna get a little break, because the members probably gonna want to break from the service. So that period, that that month or however long the outgoing the ones that are gonna come out of military are gonna take off, that's gonna be his break too. Hopefully, he gets a break and doesn't just promote.
Especially for the members themselves. But it also adds pressure, and it's a job, right? So it's gonna be to some degrees tiring as well. So once again, I hope that these
It
members
is.
stay healthy, both mentally and physically.
Imagine
All right.
they have to do all the
So,
dance moves. Woo! Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And always share as much kindness as possible.